Hey guys, Jordan here. Welcome back to episode 12 of University Challenge here with Cardiff Met Uni. Today we've got a double header in the league. I did say last episode we would have a cup game. However, it was against a lower tier side. I realised there was some bigger games coming, so I wanted to sort of progress through a bit more before getting into today's episode, where we got a double header against. First of all, we got Carnarvon at away from home, who are third in the table, and then we got a big 6-pointer at the top of the table against the New Saints. We could end up theoretically out of this episode 5 points clear at the top, so that's what we're aiming for. We've just gone into the January transfer window. One transfer has come in already, which is Femi Olofinjana, 20-year-old Norwegian left back, can also play centre back. Really, really happy as a squad player. He's got bags of potential. Not the most athletic of players or the smartest of players, shall we say, the most mentally strong player. But, you know, as a rotational option to come in, I'm very happy to get him across the line. In terms of outgoings, unfortunately, Cavia, who we only just bought in at the start of the season, he kicked up a stink because he wasn't playing enough, even though we played him 12 times. I said, you know, I'd rather you be you're a squad player. He didn't like that, and he was like, I'm leaving. And because we're an amateur team, as soon as they say that, they just automatically terminate their contract. The other player, a bit of a club legend, has left us in Olamide Ibrahim. Similar reason, he's now actually playing for Waterford in Ireland and earning some money, so fair play to him. But similar reason to Cavia in that he wanted first team football. I said, look, you're a squad player, you're a rotational option. He wasn't happy, tore up his contract and left. So in terms of that, that's pretty much it for now in terms of transfers. In terms of recent form, so you guys were last with me for the Gresford game in the Welsh Cup third round, which we won 4-0. We have then been absolutely flying in terms of our form. Went away to Colwyn Bay, beat them 2-1. Chesters and Flaherty with the goal. We then beat Barrytown 3-0 at home. Dylan Stevenson and DiMaggio Wright Phillips getting in amongst the goals. We then beat Kero Ali 4-1. Dylan Stevenson with another 2. Finley Thorndyke, who's now become our starting central attacking mid, popped up with 2 goals. Airbus UK beat them 2-1. Dylan Stevenson again with 2. Haverfordwest beat them 2-0. Thorndyke and O'Reilly with the goals. And most recently, we actually slipped up a little bit against Newtown. Drew 1-1. Omar Rakik with the goal for us, and Mwandwe with the goal for Newtown. But that leads us on to today, where, as you can see by the league table, it's quite tight at the top. There's this top 3 that we're in have broken away from the rest of the league. There's a 10-point gap from third to fourth. So it's going to be one of us 3 that takes the title. Carnarvon are probably outsiders. So it's going to be between us and the New Saints again. As I said, if we win both games today, we're going to be 5 points ahead. So, you know, I'm hoping that that's what can happen. But that's enough rambling from me. There's not really been much else happening at the club at the moment. We're kind of just progressing through nicely, which is obviously something I wanted to lead on to discuss with you guys actually. But we'll go into the match, and then I'll speak about what I want to speak about. If we go into next match only, we're going to go attacking. And in terms of our starting lineup today, so Diallo had a knock for the last game. Taylor Hart came in, but Diallo's going to come back in on that left wing. Other than that, it's a team that we're kind of. This has been a settled team for us now. So we've got Chesters at right back, Bondswell at left back, O'Reilly and Rakik at centre back. Haynes, Squires in midfield, Wright Phillips, Thorndyke, Diallo, Stevenson as our front 4. It's been very settled, this lineup, and yeah, we're just going to roll with it into this match. We've got good strength in depth as well at this club, of players who are happy to be squad players. We'll tell them we're high on form. We're first in the form table. I think I saw a news item in the game as well that said, if we avoid defeat in this game, it'll be a new league record. So, hopefully we can do that. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is basically the future of this series. and it links into the whole sort of hoo-ha about FM25 at the moment. Whilst we are still not being kind of fed any information by Sports Interactive with regards to FM25, are you guys happy to continue with this series, or do you want there to be a point where we wrap this up and move on to something new? Let me know in the comments as what your thoughts are on this. I ideally I would like to stick with this for at least 5 or 6 seasons. Obviously, if we're starting to make real progress, then it'll be for more. But again, it depends on the release date of FM25. If you guys, which kind of leads on to my second point, which is if you guys do want me to continue playing this and get through the seasons, how would you guys like the videos to be? Would you like it to be, obviously we'll still do matches, but would you like me to have a lot more space between the games going forward, so that rather than showing you a live commentary every sort of month in game, as we go 1-0 up, Rakik with a really good header there. Instead of it being like one game every month in game that you guys see, maybe do sort of like, I don't know, a half season review or something. So every episode will be another half a season. Aside from obviously European ties. So I hope that makes sense. So like our European ties, as we conceded a really weak header from a back post to the corner there. For you guys, sort of, whenever we are in Europe, we'll obviously see all of those ties, because that is the aim of this series, is to progress in Europe. But then once we're either eliminated from Europe, or in terms of just the general league season, would you like me to just basically fly through that so that you're not having to see needless sort of league games? Because there's going to become a point, as we're progressing as a club, more high profile players are wanting to join us, that we are going to become dominant in the league. So again, let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. As we're 1-1 at half time, which I'm not too happy about. So I'm going to tell the boys I'm not at all pleased. DiMaggio Wright Phillips is playing absolutely awfully in this game, but we'll leave him until the 60th minute. So we got a highlight here. Haynes out to Wright Phillips. Wright Phillips with the shot, and it was actually a really good save. That's what he can do. He is a bit of a danger man for us. Obviously the January window's open now. There's still, trouble is, until players get released, there's not many players out there for us to pick up, because we have kind of picked up the best of the players that were released last summer, and players who've got a contract with paid money that aren't going to want to come to us. So I will see if I can do some business in January for the boys, but in general, I'm going to... it's Josh Squires with a lovely left-footed finish. In general, I'm probably going to kind of stick with this squad. And even then, at the end of the season, I won't be bringing in players for the sake of it like I did this past summer transfer window. It will be more a case of improving in areas that we can improve in. Instead of overhauling the squad, just evolving the squad. And we've got a penalty here. O'Reilly got pushed from the corner. We have a chance of going 3-1 up here. Rakik, who's got a really high penalty attribute, steps up and he scores. Composed. And we are 3-1 up now away at Carnarvon. This is a really, really important match for us. So the fact we've now got a 2-goal cushion is very, very nice. Something I'm very happy about. So we've got sort of 30 minutes left here. We've got another corner. Stevenson with the corner. It's headed away. O'Reilly runs to the ball and gets it. Comes back out to Squires. Squires is taking his time at the back. Oh, he sold Bonsoir short there. Lloyd with the shot. And that is a goal conceded. That is all from our own undoing. That is poor. Josh Squires sells Bonsoir short. Bonsoir doesn't realise that Lloyd is running onto it. And it's a really good finish by the Carnarvon striker. And now we've got to be careful. So I'm going to make some changes here. We're going to switch away from that attacking mentality that my assistant wanted, and we're going to go back to a balanced mentality for the rest of this game. We're going to bring on, for DiMaggio Wright Phillips, we're going to bring on Kido, bring Kido on the right wing. Actually, no, we'll put him on left wing, and I'm gonna bring Darren Palmer on. In terms of the rest of the team for changes, I'm going to take Bondswell off because of that mistake and bring on Robbie Fraser, and then we'll leave that there. Hope with just a bit of freshening up, but we can consolidate this lead again. Robbie Fraser's got it at the back. He finds Chester's. Chester's running away from goal. Back to O'Reilly. Rakik with a bit of time. Back to Robbie Fraser. Squires has got a bit of space here. He's getting closed down now. Back to Fraser. Fraser with a charge and run gets tackled, but Johnny Haynes picks it up to Thorndyke. Back to Johnny Haynes. Kido with the ball. Back out to Haynes. Haynes dribbles it. Finds a really good pass out to Chesters. Chesters across and Kido with the finish. That was a beautiful team goal. And Johnny Haynes, our young prodigy, was absolutely running the show. Look at this run. Rides 2 challenges. Finds Chesters out wide. Chesters with the ball across. Could have been a penalty because our player got fouled in the box. But Kido Taylor Hart was there to finish it. And we've got our 2-goal lead back here. And looking at this, Carnarvon is starting to tire a bit now. So hopefully we can take advantage of that. As Okiowo goes for the spectacular and completely fluffs his lines. We've got 15 minutes to play here. And hopefully we can see this out now. I think we will. I think that we're running out of time here for them to get back into this, but they got a highlight now. Oh, that would be nervy if they scored from this. Lloyd again with the ball. Okiowo. And they have scored. Josh Hines. These guys do not want to give in. Okiowo again getting involved for them. Lloyd plays it back to him. Whips the ball to the back post, and Hines is there. Out jumps Chesters at the back post. Chesters probably should have got ahead on that. But it's not going to matter. We have scraped through. We were not at our best in that game. But we got the win. And now we are back at the top of the table, as you can see underneath the save game. Back where we rightfully belong. And now we've got to consolidate that by beating the New Saints at home, which is going to be a tricky game. But we will be right back for that. Right, we are back. TNS time. Going to be a tough game. These guys are obviously still sitting second in the league. But I think we can do this. I think we can extend that gap at the top now. If we can have a 5-point lead, I will be really happy. Why is that lagged? There we go. Diallo out left. So we're literally going to go with the same side again. Fitness is not an issue. I've got a few younger players that I do want to start giving some game time to, like Darren Palmer, who we brought in from Newcastle. Want to give him some game time to develop. I have released a few players. I'll go through that at the start of the next episode. But yeah, generally, team is in a good place. Johnny Haynes has had some interest and weirdly offers, because he's on a youth contract at the moment until he turns 17, rather than clubs being just able to approach to sign him, they're making offers of £0, which means I can reject. But we're talking clubs in like the Championship in England, so whether we can hold on to him once he gets on that amateur deal remains to be seen. But for now, we're going to keep hold of him and keep developing him because he is becoming an absolutely tidy young player for us. But yeah, you've seen the team. We're not going to ramble. We're going to get into this and hopefully beat the New Saints. They haven't really, from what I've seen, I don't think they've spent too big recently by their standards. But obviously, if we keep pulling away, then they might start having to spend a bit more money to close in on us. One other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys actually is so right now we've been having this rule of we can only sign players 22 or under, age 22 or under. Now, depending on how you, it kind of links into my topic in the last match. Depending on how you guys want this series to progress, there are some higher reputation players available who are over the age of 22. So I'm easy either way to keep it as 22 and under because it kind of feels realistic, like an actual university setting. But if you guys would like me to sign some more higher rep players that are older, then I'm happy to. So again, leave a comment with your thoughts on that. Yeah, more than happy to oblige either way. As we're kind of having a bit of the early running in this game, creating some chances that TNS are having quite a bit of the ball, which is not ideal. Chester's has picked up a knock. It's a bruised ankle. I'll leave him on the pitch for now. Might take him off at halftime because we got Cager on the bench who can play either side. As we've got the ball here, Wright Phillips finds Chester's. Good pass back inside to Johnny Haynes. Out to Wright Phillips. Haynes with the ball again, charges forward, finds Dylan Stevenson. Back out to Wright Phillips. That looked a bit sus there. I'm pretty sure their player got the ball, but we'll take the penalty. And Rakik with a chance to put us 1-0 up. And it's saved. Oh, no. No. He's normally reliable from the 6 yard, from the 12-yard spot. We find ourselves 0-0 at halftime. We have dominated this game. We should be winning. However, I'm quite harsh on my players. I'll always, unless we're winning, I'm going to be harsh on them because we should have taken one of these chances already, and we haven't, which is not ideal. But yeah, it all depends on how fast you guys want me to progress this save. I think if... Oh, Rakik, you've made up for it there. What a bullet header that was. The corner comes in. Stevenson with the corner. And Rakik just rose. Bullet header. Draper had no chance. But yeah, if obviously, I probably could, in theory, advance this series massively, if I was to play with unlimited sort of transfer restrictions. But it takes away from the authenticity of it being a university. Or maybe we have some sort of rule where we say 1 over 22 signing per season. Then, we can pick up some of those high rep players, but we've got to pick our one for the season and kind of be like set on it, if that makes sense. So maybe something like that we can do. But yeah, either way, I'm loving the series. We're going to keep it up for quite a while still. Squires has got the ball, plays out to Bondswell on his weaker right foot. His first goal for the club. And we are 2-0 up now against TNS. Correct me if I'm wrong, this might be our first on-camera win or live com win against TNS, which would be massive for the club. And with half an hour to play, we are looking comfortable. So I'm just going to do a quick sub here and put Cager on for our other right back, Chester's, because we don't want to risk him getting further injuries. As Diallo plays it across, Squires, he should be putting that away. I think it was actually blocked because it went out for a corner. But we could be out of sight in this game now, as TNS have a corner themselves. Header goes in and Cameron Evans ghosting in at the back post. And it is dangerous territory now. TNS are only are back in this. They've pulled a goal back. Grashik got caught in no man's land there. And Evans ghosted in at the back post. We've got highlight again. Bondswell with the ball. Oh, it's a loose pass. Daniels picks up the ball for TNS. Plays it across to Williams, to Essen. And that is a really good save by Grashik. Even if it was offside, that was a absolutely massive save. And we're going to make some changes here. Thorndike has not really had the impact I wanted, so Stan Flaherty is going to come back in for the last 10 minutes here. DiMaggio's on a booking, so we're going to bring on Darren Palmer, and then we'll bring Kido on the left wing. We've got one more sub to make, which we may as well make, which will be Johnny Haynes coming off because he's tired, and we'll bring Teddy Rowe on. Other than that, that is good. We'll bring on some fresh legs now for these last 10 minutes and just try and see out the game. Bondswell with the throw to Squires. Kido Taylor Hart's got some room here. Goes for the shot and it's just wide. Oh, we have looked dangerous. But 2-1 is also a dangerous scoreline. As Essendon's got the ball now for the New Saints. Rakik with a really good challenge. Their player has actually picked up a knock from that challenge. Bondswell plays it inside to Squires. Squires to Taylor Hart. Bondswell back in the middle to Rakik. Rakik carries the ball forward. Finds Dylan Stevenson. Teddy Rowe finds Cager out on the right. Finds Palmer. Goes to Squires, and that's a really good save by Draper. That was flying into the top corner. And is something going to happen from this corner now? Stevenson's over it. Or is it just going to be a bit of a damp squib of a highlight? No, it's going to be 3-1. Omar Rakik at the double for us in this game. Could have had a hat-trick if he scored that penalty. But we are going to be 5 points clear at the top of the Welsh Premier League. And that is beautiful because, you know, if we can keep getting that Champions League place for the league, then it is going to be brilliant. We can keep bringing in the money, keep improving things at the club. And that is an amazing win. You can see we absolutely dominated the game. Should have been more, but we just kind of lacked that killer instinct in front of goal. But you know what? I'll take it. And that is a double victory on a live comm. I think that's the first time we've had that in this series. You know, we're 5 points clear. We got a considerably better goal difference. I would be really annoyed if we threw away the league from this position now. But that will be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please watch the series, catch up. It's fun. I'm loving this, and I'm going to continue with this until we reach some sort of goal. So yeah, I've been Jordan, aka Retain Possession, and I will catch you guys on Friday. I'm out. Peace.